Ladies and gentlemen, these are the headlines I'm sitting here reading during the break, and it's surreal because I talk about it so much, and then the clock keeps ticking towards midnight, and the average American isn't even aware or concerned. Our military is, people that are informed are concerned, but here are the headlines. Reuters, Obama to weigh Syrian military options today on whether to start striking Syria, which Russia will say is an act of war. Russians warned nuclear war is imminent. This is mainstream newspapers I'm reading. Locate your nearest bunker. I mean, that's Reuters. These are real headlines I'm here reading to you. And remember 6 months ago, it was all funny when I was telling you this. This was in the Russian newspapers. And Russia, I guess, doesn't exist or something when I read out of the Moscow Times to the average trendy. But this is serious. And, Roger, there's like an insanity in the air, it seems like. I mean, you've got Podesta with emails about wet work. You've got all this other craziness going on. You've got this obsession with clowns and clown attacks. I mean, have we woken up in an insane asylum?
Well, we're in wag the dog territory. This is war as a pretext for stealing this election. You're right. The American people seem to be completely oblivious that we're likely to go to war in a conflict in which I can't find any inherent interest of ours, nor can I find friends on either side. I mean, Assad is financing Hezbollah. He's backed up by the Russians. On the other side, you have ISIS, backed up by the Saudis. I think they proved on 9/11 that they're not friends of ours. We don't have any friends. This is really about it's about different sects of Islam. It's about Wahhabism, really. That we would spend a single dollar here or a single American life. It's astounding.
How would you sum up, Roger Stone, the age and the world we live in right now?
Dangerous. Because the globalists will do anything, including starting a world war, if that's what it takes to retain power.
I know you want to talk about private stuff with Donald Trump, but I mean, he seems to be stronger than ever. How is he handling these attacks? They seem to be, the polls show these attacks are bouncing off.
Well, and these accusers that the New York Times has put forward, claiming that Donald Trump shoved his tongue down their throat 30 years ago. Of course, they didn't report it then. They're just reporting it now, 2 weeks before election. It's already unraveling. One of these women has been tied back to the Clinton Library. Before that, the Clinton Foundation. This is a setup. This is a fraud, and perpetrated, I imagine, by David Brock, who went out and recruited these women. The other headline you'll see is that one of the women, Kathleen Willey, is speaking out against Clinton because Roger Stone paid her mortgage off. No, I didn't. I set up a GoFundMe account and helped raise money to keep her home out of foreclosure.
Our listeners did that. We did it. I love how they act like everything we do is in secret. It's like, he once went on Howard Stern. It was a secret show. No, that's public. Or once Trump kissed a woman, all these great evils. Or the Clintons, had her mortgage pulled, so we helped her out. She was already a critic. She was already on NBC, decades ago exposing this.
Exactly. Look, and I think I did give $100, and many, many, many other people, InfoWars listeners included, I think we raised around $40,000 to keep her house out of.
I personally, if I remember correctly, told him to give a couple thousand, my accountant, because I give to charity all the time, and I'm sad for what happened to this woman. I interviewed her like 20 years ago. I mean, I know this woman.
But the media, as you know, they twist these things. And yes, I did pay Kathy Shelton, the woman who was raped at 12 and then assaulted essentially in the courtroom by Hillary Clinton. I paid her $2,500 over a vote to sit down with us over 2 days and let us video.
Yeah, how do you think you get people to take off work that are poor? You've got to give them the money to come see you.
But I certainly haven't paid her to change her story because she's been saying the same thing since she was 12 years old. So it's just, on the other hand, no one talks about how much George Soros pays David Brock to smear us.
You may have to go, but if not, I'd like to put bookends on this. Can ask you a few more questions, and then also make the point. I paid, for the hotel for Danny Williams and bought him lunch. Does that mean I bought him off? No. He's been saying he's Bill Clinton's son since his mama told him that. 25 years ago. Roger Stone's our guest, StoneColdTruth.com. And again, a nuclear war after we finish up with Roger Stone. It's never been more imminent. I'm saying this so people get concerned and we can not have it happen. I got 3 kids. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say, see, I told you so, that communist Chinese-style net censorship was coming to the web, because it's already here. It's being announced. The way you keep the internet open and free is you get involved more than ever. Go to Infowars.com/app. A new battleship in the fight. Infowars Live, available right now. We're looking for a crew to man it. You going to sit down and play games and be a trendy? Or are you going to be part of history? Don't sit by and let the internet and free speech be stolen from you. Take action.